Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick tool review of the Makita 12 volt right angle drill driver, whatever you want to call it. And if any of you guys have worked on cars in the last 25 plus years, you know what this is. This is my original Makita right angle drill that I've had since 1993. I still have it. It still works. I still use it. Believe it or not, even the battery keeps a charge. That's telling you something about the quality. So I just picked this up a few days ago and I wanted to review it because it's the newer version of this. And some things have changed, some things have not. I mean, if you look at the size of it, it's relatively the same. You know, if we overlap them side by side. They didn't necessarily make this a lot smaller. I would think that in this day and age that they would, but they didn't. And it comes with two batteries, comes with a charger, comes with a blow molded plastic case. And of course a lithium-ion battery, so it's going to be quicker to charge. It's going to hold a little bit more juice, you know, when you're on the go. So my original one, the chuck is shot. You can't get parts for these anymore, but these tools are indispensable for anyone that works on cars, whether you're a mechanic, whether you're doing restoration work on vintage cars, whether you're doing car audio or radar detector installs on any of these new cars. You need tools like this. You need a right angle drill that you could put different bits, whether it's Torx, whether it's Phillips, whether it's a nut driver, to disassemble these cars. It just makes your life a lot easier, from taking apart door panels, complete dash assemblies, anything under the car. Like if you're going to do an oil change on an exotic car, let's say a Ferrari, the bottom of the car has all Torx bits, Torx screws, similar to my GT350. And if you sit there by hand taking them out, you're just going to be doing it forever. With something like this, you throw the attachment on there, you zip them all out, you're done. This only goes up to about 800 RPMs, so it's very delicate. It's not going to over torque or break anything, but this has actually enough juice to drill aluminum, steel, wood, plastic, no problem. And you could also drill, you know, screws into solid woods as well without even pre-drilling. This has enough juice to do that. Another useful use for these tools is assembling things. Anything around your house, kitchen cabinetry, anything from IKEA, any of the furniture systems that come shipped flat that have to be assembled, anything from IKEA, West Elm, Bow Concept, any of those manufacturers. Grab a tool like this, especially because a lot of that stuff is particle board. You don't want to use like a bigger, heavier duty tool. You want something low duty, but this is like kind of like a mid-range duty, and it's really easy to use, really ergonomic. And like I said, it's 130 bucks. I mean, you can't beat it. What could you buy today that's going to give you the drill, two batteries, a charger, and a case? I mean, it's a total bargain. And you can't beat it. The chuck is, you know, a keyless chuck from Japan, really good quality, good bearings. And like I said, it's just a really good tool. So like I said, I've been holding off on upgrading this tool for a hell of a long time because, like I said, it works. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, I'm telling you, I worked on hundreds of cars with this. And the old school one used to have a circuit breaker, and I used to overload that a lot when I was drilling aluminum or metal or anything like that. But this baby still works. I mean, look at that. And the only thing I've ever done on this tool, I just bought extra batteries over the years and a charger. This charger isn't the original one. This one I bought in 1996, and it still works. Everything still works. So I'm not going to like throw this away, but now I have a newer version. So if I take this on the road, I don't look like, you know, a hand-me-down, like I'm running around a hand-me-down tool. So let me strap the camera on, and I'm going to do a quick demo for you guys. All right, guys, we're back. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of this tool. I mean, this is my original old school Makita right angle drill. Anybody that's worked on cars in the last 25 plus years, you know this tool. You've had one. My best friend growing up, I remember he used to have this tool in the shop, and I used to always borrow it, and then I just forked over the money and I bought my own, and I've had it ever since. This thing is a dinosaur, but I mean, you could see the work scars on this thing. This is not a new tool. This thing, I've worked on hundreds and hundreds of cars with this tool. And then this is the new version. I mean, like I said, it's nice. It has a built-in light, which is great, if you can see that here. And, you know, keyless chuck. You got your forward and reverse levers right here. This one doesn't have a circuit breaker like the old one. And this one also has air vents in the tool, whereas this one has a very little vent here. But like I said, I used to overload this thing constantly. And it gives you two batteries, a charger, you know, lithium-ion batteries. And as far as, you know, the case, gives you a really, really nice plastic case. I mean, I don't really need the case, so this is probably going to go in storage just because I just throw these in my toolbox. And a couple of essentials that I think you guys need with a tool like this is, you know, like a magnetic driver tool, and then one of these guys too. So look, I'll show you here. Okay, so now if you're like getting underneath a dash and you have to get to like a stubborn bolt to take out like an instrument cluster or anything, I mean, there you go. So you could actually hold this outside from the interior and get up in there. So this thing is like super, super useful. This tool you got to get. These things are like indispensable. I've been using these for like 30 years. Milwaukee makes those, if anybody wants to know. And like I said, I'm going to do a quick demo, but before I do that, I'm going to weigh both of the tools just to show you how things haven't progressed that much when it comes to certain things like this. So we're going to do the original one first, and I got my scale zeroed out. And the original tool weighs 2 pounds, 13 ounces, 2 pounds and 13.3 ounces. Okay, it's relatively lightweight, even for its time. And then this one weighs 2 pounds, 9 ounces. So there's really not that much of a weight difference. There's not that much of a size difference between the tools. But like I said, even the RPM is actually the same. So you would think that this day and age that they would actually change this stuff, but they didn't. I suggest this tool for anybody, whether you work on cars, you work around the house, you're a HVAC, a general contractor, whatever. This is a tool that you just have to have, just for its versatility of the right angle, the low profile, everything about it. And a good thing about this, like, don't go out and buy like those cordless screwdrivers, you know, the ones where the body of the screwdriver bends. They have no torque. The chucks that come with them are terrible. They always slip. And they're pretty useless. Those things are totally useless. And they're like a few dollars less than this. So it's totally a waste. So I'm going to show you guys here. I'm going to do a quick demo on a 2x4 just to show you some of the driving torque that this thing's got. Okay. And then I'm going to take, these are like what they use these for like building decks and stuff. It's a torque drive fastener. And I'm not pre-drilling it, just want to show you. Okay? Plenty of juice to drive right through wood. No issues at all. So then I'll switch the bit and I'll put a drill bit. Take that off. And as far as drilling goes, piece of cake. So if you're drilling wood, plastic, you're doing anything custom in a car, I mean, this thing is great. It's portable, lightweight. And like I said, you could even drill, I mean, this is a 3/4 inch piece of billet aluminum. And I'll show you right here. So this little tool has got a hell of a lot of power, a lot of juice, and you know, with the extra battery, it'll totally just make your life easier as far as not running out of charge and all of that. Another thing you guys need with any kind of tool like this, and this is not an impact driver, that's another set of tools altogether. I have the Makita impact driver and the drill set, the standard size. You guys got to get a lot of bits. You know, if you're going to work on cars or do anything, you know, you have security bits, you have Torx bits, security Torx bits, Allen head bits. I mean, these are like indispensable. So just pick up some of those, and you know, I'll put a link to those in the description of the video, and I'll put a link to this. This is an indispensable tool. It's affordable. This thing will probably last you. I mean, if you take care of it, this will probably last you a long time. I mean, look, I've had this one. This tool still works. I still use it. This is just an updated version of it. So I'm going to do a bunch of tool reviews of some of the newer stuff that I got. I'm starting to you know, replace and start getting some newer stuff in my toolbox, just because I've had stuff for so long. So after 30 years, it's kind of like, hey, let's get something new. You can't get batteries anymore for any of these old ones, and the ones that I have don't hold the charge. So it was time to upgrade. So hope you liked the video. Any questions or comments, post them below.